Hello everyone, Jeremy here, and this is the LEGO Creator Forest Animals set. It's the set number 31019. It comes with 272 pieces, and this was at Toys R Us for $24.99, but there was also a 20% off coupon, so I managed to get this for $19.99 plus tax. So I thought it was a pretty good deal. This is one of the new creator sets that just came out recently. And what attracted me to this set, obviously, is the build of a monkey and the toucan. Now, because this is a creator set, it keeps the tradition of being a 3-in-1 build. So in addition to building the monkey as the main build and having the toucan just kind of hang around as a secondary build, you also have the option of building what appears to be a squirrel and also a bear, and they all both have those googly eyes. But to me, the star of this is in fact the monkey. So before we look at the monkey, let's take a look at the toucan. So this is a brick build of this toucan, and it's really nicely done, and I think that it's actually quite ingenious how LEGO put this all together. They really made it stand out with these really colorful bricks that they use, from the lime green, the orange, the red, and you even got the little blue under there. And the way that they made these little wings here, they all just kind of snap right in. You can see how that's done. You just push it right in, and even the little feet. You don't see too many of the orange in the lime green colored bricks, so you know that alone I think makes this bird really stand out. And it has the same kind of eyes as the monkey, they're just not as big. And then you got his little tail back here, and I think that it just adds so much to this overall scene, because even though it says that these are forest animals, I'm really sort of thinking maybe more of a tropical island is where I would expect to find a toucan and a monkey just kind of hanging out, as opposed to a rather dense forest, which I'm sure they're there too, but that's just how my mind likes to think of it. So yeah, really cool little bird here, and something that I would like to just sort of sit on my desk and just have it look cool. But of course, the star of the show is this monkey. You know, usually I tend not to go these days for the play sets as much, and I really get attracted to the sets that are more like models that are more like houses, or just really nice scenes in general, things that I can just sort of put on display and say, yeah, you know, even though it's a toy, there's a sense of elegance and maturity to it. And when you look at it, especially something like this, you think like, wow, that looks pretty complex. And for something that is made up of less than 272 pieces, I think LEGO did a pretty good job. So, you know, this monkey looks like it was made from about half regular LEGO bricks, and maybe about, well, maybe more like 70% LEGO bricks and maybe about 30% Technic pieces, and maybe even 80% regular pieces and 20% Technic pieces. And you can tell by how long his arms are, and it makes it look like his arms are going to be flimsy, but they're really not. One of the things that I like about this is you can open and close his mouth. So his mouth is open there, and you can just close it like that. And this piece right here, every time I see that piece I think, wow, that kind of looks like a monkey's face. So I thought it was really, really cool that we get a few of these and we actually have to put them on a monkey. His eyebrows are something that you can change up as well. The box has his eyebrows kind of just like this, and it's fine, but to me it makes it look like he has a bit of a unibrow, and to me it's not as interesting as lifting his eyebrow and him kind of giving a, you know, it's just a more unique look. You want him to look more surprised, you can have his eyebrows up like this, and that's a really neat feature. These are just little handlebar pieces basically that are clipped to the monkey's head and they can go up and down. You know, absolutely fantastic. Going along the side, you can see these pieces right here that basically they can they attach backwards, because usually like you would take these and attach these to something, but instead you just turn them along on their opposite side and stick them on these black pieces here, and they make his fingers and his hands and his thumbs rather, and they do move. Let's just move this up a little bit, and you can see you can take his fingers and you can move them up and you can move them down, and his hands also rotate. But as far as the movement in his arms go, it's not a full range of movement with his arms. You can make his arms basically go back and forth, but they can't go up and down as easily as they can go back and forth. So although you do have some range of motion like this, it's not as much. And it's the same thing with his other hand. Let me rip the banana out. Same thing with this other hand. So if you want to do some, you know, funny poses, you know, you can kind of like do that. Let's tuck his thumb in. Tuck his thumb in, and he's like, hey, yeah, you want a piece of me? Come on, come on. You know, you can get him to do that if you want. You can sort of have him do like this, but you got to be careful because he's a bit top heavy. So even though he stands up pretty well on his own, if you do move his hands around a little bit, he can make himself a little bit top heavy. So you just got to make sure that his feet are nicely planted on the ground so that he can have so he can stand more firmly. And to attach the banana to his hand, you can see there's this little square piece right over there. And this is a cool little banana piece. Now, of course, it doesn't look like a typical banana because, of course, it's blocky, and then you got this little piece right here that sort of sticks out. So it's not as smooth as a regular banana would be, but the illusion is there. Especially when you have the monkey holding the banana, it becomes quite clear, like, yes, it is a banana. And it fits into his hand relatively easily. I have to fiddle around with that a little bit, but you know, it totally works. Alright, let's straighten him back up. And then also, over on his back side, here is his tail that can move up and down, and you can kind of curve it and tilt it and pose it however you may like. His ears can also move to an extent, slightly back and forth. You can move his ears, and they're just kind of stuck in there. So you can, whoop, the banana broke apart. Let's just take the banana away from him, because the banana can be a little fragile. So anyway, you can just sort of rip his ear clean off, and you see there's these little attachments in there that this goes right into, and it fits quite easily. So yeah, I really like this monkey. You know, to me, this monkey and this toucan are better creator creations than the other set that came out quite a while ago, that his main build was an eagle, and then I believe you can also have built a beaver and something else. It's a really cool eagle and all, but the way that they made this monkey's head especially, it really stands out. You know, and his head can move up and down, and you can just rip his head clean off. And the head was a build all by itself, and you had to stick that on to the rest of the body. You basically had to build each body part separately and attach them all together, which was very, very nice. And I think the end result is really quite spectacular. So I like this monkey, even for, you know, people who aren't, you know, young kids. You know, you can be an adult like I am and like Lego, and you can just have this monkey lying around, and it's cool. I like it. I think it's a very good build, and I would recommend that you go out and get it. So let me raise his eyebrow a little bit because I like that look better. And I'm also looking forward to another creator set that's coming out very soon. That's sort of like a a mountain house. It's like a little house up in the mountains. They got a little mountain man. It's got a little bit of water. Got a mountain in the background. Looks very, very good. So, big fan of the creator stuff. There's also a cat coming out, and I look forward to getting that because it looks just like the cat that I actually own. And when I do get that, I'll do a review on that too. So, thumbs up from me for this set. So, thank you very much for watching. Until next time, I'm Jeremy, and I'll see you later.